Cheers. So we are officially live right now. So basically, I decided to basically start this off on my second channel to test things out, get the flow. This is our first official in-person episode. Y'all know I got Mr. Alfila here with
It's
me.
been a while and I miss y'all. I miss every one of y'all.
He over here trying to look too cool for school.
I miss every single one of you. I get y'all DMs too. I just don't write back because I be on the move, but I miss all of you. And thank you for respecting my point of view because it's not always the same as Nique's, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, thank you and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I love all y'all.
So can y'all hear me clear? And can you hear him clear? Because he has his own mic. I have my own mic. And so I want to make sure that you guys can hear both of us clearly before we continue. Talk so they can confirm.
Yeah, this is Alfila, crowd pleaser, co-host at Nique at Night, and now co-host of the new podcast.
Does my drink on the table make it look a little ghetto? They said they hear you. Okay, cool.
How's everybody doing?
So first I want to start off by, this isn't going to be like normally how I do live. This is going to be more like just chill, talking, like, you know, how they do podcasts. So I'm going to start off first with, how was your weekend?
My weekend was wonderful. You know, as you know, I'll be into extracurricular activities on the weekend.
And loosen up. Like, you over there trying to be too damn cool for school for me. Like,
I'm gonna tell you like I told my ex-girlfriend. Quit tripping on my sexy. Let me do me. You feel me?
Okay. That's your sexy.
You know, I don't be yelling and screaming. I talk in the tone of prosperity, which is between like a bass, you know, and the falsetto. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do it. It's just me. You feel me? But what I want to tell the people is I always appreciate y'all. I always hear y'all in the comments. And a lot of times I write some of y'all back, you know what I mean, and tell you what I feel or how I feel. And I just, you know, as far as my weekend, I had a great weekend. Today wasn't the best day of my life because, you know, I got a little side hustle going on where I be flipping cars and one of my cars went down, had to get a tow truck, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, like Rick Ross say, when something go bad, you got to wash your face. And what that means is you got to take it off your mind and move on to the next thing. So I knew I had to be here, you know what I'm saying, at 4:00. Boom, showed up with a whole different face, with a whole different, you know, perspective.
Is it really 8:00 right now?
I think it's about 8:00. We took a minute to set up.
It took a while to try to like set this up. Wow, I didn't even realize it was 8:00. Wow, that's crazy. So Fila has been my co-host from time to time on my channel. And anytime I have any type of male on my channel, people automatically think like it's some type of romantic interest or something like that. Fila is my mom's best friend, just for clarity, and is like uncle, like uncle to me. So it's not no romance. So I don't know.
They be asking you that? They don't be asking you that.
Yes. Like that time when Leah had the lemonade stand and I recorded you, they was like, oh, what you and Fila got going on? Like in that way. And I'm like,
well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you why. Because sometimes the easiest thought to think is a romantic thought, or what ties these people together is something sexual. But the deeper thought could be maybe these is just two intellectual thinkers that connect on an intellectual basis. But that take a little bit more deeper thought to think that way. So a lot of y'all get it. Props
Somebody
to y'all.
in the comments gonna say young ass uncle. They saying, hey, Uncle Fila.
What's up, ladies? I miss y'all.
All right, so we're gonna get right on in, and the first thing that I wanted to talk about is, did you see what was going on with Boosie and his whole situation with the girl basically saying that his son was the dad of her baby?
Yeah.
And Boosie coming out saying that she faked having a baby. She had a whole nother person's baby, and she faked, like she said that she had twins, but then it turned out, then she was like, oh, one of the twins died. And then one of the pictures that she posted was like a picture from Google. And Boosie was like, he was like rejoicing, and he was like, I ain't the grandpa.
Well, you know, first and foremost, Boosie, I mean, you take away all the murder allegations, you take away all the street cred and all that. That's a sharp individual. I mean, to get up out of poverty and to be having an estate, not a house, but, you know, 50, 60,000 square foot estate. Mm-hmm. Boosie is a smart man. You know what I mean? So I'm sure as soon as he heard this allegation, he did everything in his power to see, was it true or was it not true? And unfortunately, you know, for the kid involved, I hope he got a dad, because it seemed like she was trying to put him on Boosie.
Well, what Boosie said was it was a woman and a man's child that she like borrowed type shit. Like,
wow.
And brung the baby, like the baby got a mama and a daddy, but supposedly she like borrowed somebody's baby, like, oh, let me take your baby and show like.
And try to get the bag.
She claimed that Boosie offered her $20,000 to get an abortion, but she claimed she didn't take the $20K and she was going to have her baby. But turns out the baby was supposed to be not even a real baby from her.
Okay.
She don't have no pregnancy pictures at all.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, show us a picture when you were pregnant. And she's like, oh, I'm not about to do all of that.
Well, let me tell you this. If he offered her $20,000, she was being greedy because she knows she was finessing. You feel me? And if you finessing and somebody offer you something, you might as well take the plea bargain because you already know that you finessing. So what she did was she tapped out trying to do too much and ended up with nothing. And not only ended up with nothing, ended up being kind of ousted in the public eye. So,
but she's sticking to it. She's sticking to her story, saying that he really is the baby daddy. And she produced, I guess they supposedly did a paternity test. I don't know where they did it. I don't know if they did the drugstore test or whatever. But Boosie is saying that it's a fake paternity test. Mm. She's claiming that the boy really is the dad. Mm. And she's claiming that her baby is a real baby, not the people baby. It's a mess. It was a whole.
So this is more like a to be continued type situation. This ain't even reached no conclusion.
Yeah, it's like they going back and forth. Like she's sticking to her script, he's sticking to his script. Like she's like, nah, like this is his baby. Like she's sticking to it, but then everybody like, okay, show us one pregnancy picture. She's claiming like, oh, I didn't like the way I looked when I was pregnant, or I didn't like. She can't produce like
a pregnancy pic.
And then the picture that she did produce of like twins, she claimed like the baby, the girl, she had a boy and a girl, but the girl died. But the picture that she produced, it came off of Google.
Now, how old is the baby?
The picture I seen, the baby probably like 9 months.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, and it's a fact. If the baby came out with gold teeth, Boosie, that's your baby. Facts.
The baby didn't come out with gold teeth. And then
it's a wobbler then. In court, we call that a wobbler. It could go any way. So Boosie right now got a wobbler on his hand. And what he gonna have to do, he gonna have to sick them attorneys on him. Just like he did with the murder trial. He gonna have to sick them attorneys on it, try to figure it out, get down to it. And go either way. If she's standing on 10 toes and saying this is your baby, it might be some validity to it. And he might have to just say, hey, DNA test said it's my baby.
If it's validity to it, why is she producing Google pictures?
Well, you know, people do strange things. The human mind is a strange place to dwell. If you was able to get in everybody's mind that's watching us right now, it'll blow your mind what people thinking. You get what I'm saying? So for what she's trying to pull off.
That's kind of extreme though.
But that's what I'm saying. In her mind. If
I got a real baby, why am I producing Google pictures?
Because let me tell you why. Because in her mind, that's the best route to the money. And she's trying to get the bag.
But why not get the best route of the real baby? Why are you going to produce fake Google pictures?
Let me tell you this. A lot of times, people don't got it all upstairs. Some of that should be down in the basement still, right? But they still move forward. And the way she's trying to move, she got money on her mind. Boosie is a bag, period. I don't care. Anything related to Boosie name, we sitting here talking about him. That's a bag. So
all right,
she going for the bag. You feel me?
All right, off that. All right, so next subject. So did you see what was going on with Monique and DL Hughley and the whole thing that they had?
Anna, that's what I want to talk about. From what I heard, when she responded to his daughter, I believe, you correct me if I'm wrong, his daughter said that it triggered her.
Okay, so let's bring the people back who haven't. So for most of you guys have already heard about it, but I would just kind of like give you guys a quick little breakdown. So Monique was booked to do a comedy show along with DL Hughley was also booked to do a comedy show. DL Hughley wanted to be the closer and the headliner of the show, and Monique felt like she had accolades above DL Hughley to be the closer and the headliner of the show. The promoter basically promised both of them that they were the headliner.
Okay.
Like the promoter said, "Hey, Monique, you're the headliner." And then the promoter went to DL, "You're the headliner."
Told him he the headliner. Okay.
But the schedule of how a headliner works, the headliner is the one who closes it out.
Facts.
When the slated time slots showed, DL Hughley was always going to be the one to close the show when they showed the show schedule.
Like the lineup.
The lineup, yeah.
Okay.
Monique, once she got there, she was trying to like stall it out, and she didn't really want to like go on stage or whatever. And she ended up going on stage because DL Hughley was like, "No, I'm the headliner. Like, I'm not going first. Like, I'm going last."
Right.
So when Monique went on stage, she basically cursed out DL Hughley, like, "Oh, this mother," like, you know, talking all kind of crap.
Wow.
So that prompted like DL Hughley to come on stage, and he's like, "Wow, like damn, like it's a lot of," you know, he really didn't even like go into it. He like spent like a minute talking about it on stage, like, you know, like damn, like she's really like upset, like blah blah, right? So it started to play out on the internet. So she started to say that she was kind of like, you know, like with the whole Netflix thing, she's fighting for her respect in the industry, and she's blaming everything on DL Hughley, when a lot of the people, they feel like it's the promoter that you should be mad at because they're the ones who set up the schedule.
Right.
And they told you that you're a headliner, and they told him that he was headliner.
Facts.
So the beef should more so be with
the promoter.
Right. However, her beef was with more so
DL
Hughley because he didn't want to take a back seat, and she felt like, "I'm the queen of comedy." And you know, she's the Oscar winner or whatever. She felt like she deserved the spot. So she's been taking shots at DL. So when she started taking shots at DL, she was taking shots at him saying that he was DL. You know what I'm saying? She was making claims like, you know, like about his sexuality, about like how he is as a person and things like that. So when she started making shots at him, he started making shots at her, and he's like, "Well, look who you laying up with," you know, because Monique's man.
What's wrong with him? What do you mean? What
a little sweet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You know?
I was wondering what he meant by that. Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought she meant like laying up with a thug or somebody that's not famous.
He's like, okay. Nah, he's like one of those.
He's a softer side he's a softer side of masculinity.
He's not really like, I wouldn't say like he's like this soft, because I mean, he's clearly calling the shots. He's clearly like,
she called him daddy.
Yeah, like he's clearly,
last girl called me daddy. She got in trouble. She's still in trouble.
He's clearly calling the shots. So I wouldn't say he's so soft like that. But DL Hughley basically took shots at his manhood because she was taking shots at DL Hughley's manhood. And so after that, she took it a step further. And that's when the whole daughter thing came into play, because DL Hughley went on the Sway in the Morning show, right?
Right.
And on the Sway in the Morning show, he talked about a time where his daughter had been violated by one of his friends.
And he didn't believe her when she told him.
It was inconvenient to believe her. Why?
Because he didn't want to confront his homie or whoever that dude was?
Yeah, he didn't want to confront his homeboy because he felt like it was, I don't know if they had business ties or whatever, but he felt like it would be an inconvenience to his life to confront this person. So Monique brought it to the forefront, like, this is the type of dude that you are. Like, you're the type of guy who wouldn't even believe your daughter because you claim like it's inconvenient. And so when she pulled out those allegations, people felt like she went too far. What do you feel?
Well, I feel like this. First and foremost, comedy right now, is in the forefront because of the Will Smith and when he slapped Chris Rock. So all these comedians know any kind of drama, it's almost like all eyes is on comedy right now. Like the guy that ran on the stage with Dave Chappelle. I think they was out in Los Angeles in California somewhere, Hollywood Bowl or something like that, right? So Monique, she say to the public, I'm the queen of comedy. But really, low key, like as a hustler, you know what I'm saying? She's like the boss in her mind of the game. She didn't study the game. She knows the moves to make.
But what have you done for me lately?
Well, hold on. She didn't study the game of how to stay relevant. That's what bosses do. They reinvent themselves. So she's jumping on that wave of controversy. So what's the controversy that I could do right now? Talk upon DL Hughley and how he wasn't there for his daughter. See what I'm saying? Right now, comedy is on some.
But that's making her look like the problem.
But you got to think of this, though. Okay, like when you evolve and you, like Snoop Dogg. Remember when Snoop Dogg, I remember in 2007, I was in Atlanta and I seen Sexual Seduction come on with Snoop Dogg. He had a little talk box in his mouth. He was dressed like like Prince or some shit. And excuse my language. And I was like, man, what are you doing, Snoop? But I had to say to myself, oh, you coming off that rolling 20s. You don't want to be the Crip no more. You want to show him a softer side of Snoop, right? So this is what Monique is doing, in my opinion. She's seeing a lane for herself. Because you remember, they try to blackball Monique. So Monique's seeing a lane in controversy.
But the controversy, if you're always at this, like, it took her a while to start back getting people to feel like, okay, I see how Netflix playing it. Now I'm with you. I'm on your side.
Mm-hmm.
But now when they're looking at this situation, they're looking at it like, okay, you had a problem with Oprah. You had a problem with, what's the dude, Lee Daniels.
Right.
You had a problem with, these different people.
Right.
Now the situation with DL Hughley is playing out. People are looking at it and they're like, the situation with DL Hughley, some people feel like it's more so an issue that should be taken up with the promoters. So they're like, okay, an issue that should be taken up with the promoters,
right.
You're taking it personal.
Right.
And you're going after his family.
Right.
You're going after all of these things when you should be taking up the headliner issue with the promoter. So then people are looking at it and like, yeah, controversy gets you in the blogs, but also controversy can be a disservice to you as well, because people are now looking at it like,
right.
There are people who are they're feminists, they're going to take the woman's side, whether she's right or wrong.
Right, facts.
But then there's people who look at it and they're like, are you the problem?
But you got to think about it like this. There's two things going on. One, she got Alfila in her ear. Just a regular ass nigga that's about the business, about the bag. And he telling her, look, this your lane right here. And she love him. She call him daddy. So she going to take that advice from him. You get what I'm saying? He looking at it from a perspective of they wasn't even knocking at your door when you was being quiet. So have an issue with everything. That's going to keep us on these programs. That's going to keep Nique and Alfila talking about us. That's going to keep your name in everybody's mouth. So anytime you see something.
But wouldn't you be more positive by delivering like solid work? Like,
no, I get
and proving people wrong that you're not the problem.
But let me tell you this part. Let me tell you this part. Hold on.
Good work.
But let me tell you this part though. She felt she did that. And she felt
instead of doing like a stellar comedy show,
right? She
focused on the negative aspects of her situation when she could have been like, all this time they were blocking me,
right? And
she could have just did a phenomenal comedy set,
facts,
and people would have looked at it like,
right,
this is the Monique that, you know what I'm saying?
But see, that's facts, but these are the bigger facts. People in 2022, they already in 2023. Our appetite for sensationalism, our appetite for over the topness, our appetite for shock value is at an all-time high right now. So all that just mind your business and give us a great performance and we'll go see your next movie, that ain't good enough. It's who's shaking it up. It's who's causing the stir. Like right now, we ain't talking about her because she got a beautiful movie out. We ain't talking about her because.
But we could be talking about her because she has a beautiful.
We wouldn't.
No, we would. If
I'm not saying us. I'm just saying the general public will not be on the phone right now going, girl, you seen Monique's movie last night? You know what they on the phone saying? Hold on. You know what they on the phone saying? They saying, girl, did you hear what Monique said about DL Hughley's daughter? And she's supposed to be re-triggered. And she sent a note back to Monique saying, hey, you triggered this and that in me. That's what the appetite is for right now. And I hate to say it, but I think she's aware of that. And if she's not aware of it, her man is making her aware of it. Her man is seeing the views. Her man is seeing the money. Her man is seeing the show dates. Her man is seeing all of the things that's coming into their household based on you acting this way and that way.
She doesn't have a shitload of all of these show dates. She's just now
but get what I'm saying though.
Projects again
I know,
because people felt like, all right, Netflix did you wrong.
Right.
Now 50 Cent was like, you know what?
Put you in my stuff.
I'm about to put you on.
Right.
So then Lee Daniels said, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to her and I'm gonna put her on.
Right.
So it's just now opening up. But if it's just now opening up and then you start drama all over again,
they're gonna love you. It's 2022. They're gonna love you.
I don't know.
Watch what I tell you.
I don't know.
And let me tell you why. Because all the people you just named, they're not gonna bag up from controversy. 50 Cent, all he is controversy. He loves controversy. So he probably on the phone with her right now saying, hey, keep making your name hot. I got a whole nother series where you're gonna be the star. Just stay relevant. And she like, I got you. And when she go to sleep at night, she laying there with daddy, dude she called daddy. She like, look, I got the phone with 50 Cent. He told me just stay relevant. He like, all right, cool. This is what we're gonna do to stay relevant. And I'm just telling y'all my personal opinion. So don't holler at Nique like Fila was tripping, Fila was wrong.
No, I actually agree with you. Somebody said it's dismissive to say, oh, she's the problem when we've seen Oprah, Tyler Perry, DL Hughley, and Steve Harvey do and say stuff. And it's not about them doing and saying stuff. It's about how you as a person handle the stuff. Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. I agree 100%.
But more people are actually agreeing with you.
Let me tell you this. In Hollywood, it's just like they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans, right? When in Hollywood, do as the Hollywoods, right? Because I'm going to tell you like this. I be in Hollywood every day, Beverly Hills, Century City, all that, right? Everybody trying to get the highest the house on the hill, right? So if somebody perfects something or somebody come out with something that get them attention today is money. It equates to money. Mm-hmm. Good attention, bad attention. It equates to money because when these agents start calling you, they're not saying, hey, the public is looking at you wrong. The public is looking at you good. You know what they're calling you saying? Look, I got this for you. I got that for you. Hey, I need you to do this. I'm not saying it's the right way to go. I'm just saying that I think that Monique is turning around being blackballed into her favor. Like, okay, y'all want to blackball me? Y'all don't want to give me mine? Okay, I didn't hit on this and that's rubbing y'all the wrong way. Okay, I'm going to just keep hitting nerves. Okay, that's my new lane. Okay, cool. My phone is ringing from stepping on nerves. I don't know
that's necessarily like a good lane to go down, but
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is.
I understand what you're saying.
I might not agree with it personally, but I'm just saying like as a talent agent, you know, as a person who phones ring because your client is relevant, they're going to tell her, hey, I can't tell you what to do, but what you do is working right now. And I got this show for you. I got this interview for you. These people want you on this podcast. Matter of fact, I don't even know if you know.
Are all those avenues open?
I think so. We sitting here talking about her. I think so.
I mean,
whereas if it was just a new Monique movie, I mean, think about it logically. If Monique put out a movie, right? And you know she's not in the good graces with all these Hollywood studios. Lee Daniels, I get it, right? I don't know how she stand with Tyler Perry, but I'm just saying like a big marketing budget to where everybody's going to say, oh, okay, that's a good movie. Not so much as Monique, but it's just a good movie, right? What's the second best to that? Controversy. And she's doing controversy just from her speaking on stuff. It don't cost her a dime. So she's staying relevant just off of controversy. Whereas if she had to wait on a big movie producer or a big production deal to have the right promotion to get her right back in the right light, she might not make it back. So I believe that everything that Monique is doing, I don't think it's just her saying, oh, this is just how I feel. I think it's strategic. Just like she talked about the women in the bonnets, right? Shout out to all you women that wear bonnets. I love that shit. Like I be seeing women in bonnets everywhere. That's because of Monique. They coming out. They wearing them. Because
she was against
I understand that. Let me finish my point.
So what are you talking about? You're not even making sense right now because Monique was against the bonnet.
Hey, y'all that's with me, stay with me.
She didn't want people to wear the bonnet.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, what do people want to do in 2022, 2023? I'm just going in the future. They want to be different. They want to buck the system. They want to say, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm going to do me. Monique knew that when she was telling all them people don't wear bonnets. She knew everybody was going to wear bonnets. I see them at the airport. Every city I go to, they got bonnets on. They all at Wendy's with bonnets on. People going to the prom with bonnets on, right? Because Monique made it a thing. So what are all the agents doing? Wade?
Monique didn't make it a thing to wear bonnets.
I'm not saying she made it a thing. I'm saying she made it a thing to be rebellious with your bonnet. To go in places that you shouldn't go.
They were already.
They wearing bonnets in church. Shout out to the Reverend. Shout out to the Reverend. Oh, my mama.
They're not wearing bonnets.
Man.
But she didn't.
You ain't been to church lately. They got, I seen 3 bonnets Sunday.
People were already wearing bonnets to the grocery store.
I understand that.
To the airport.
I understand
they were
that.
already doing that.
I understand that.
She didn't make it like, oh, let me.
You know what she did to a dude? This a dude perspective. She put the sexy on that shit. When I see a girl in a bonnet now, I'll be like, I'm finna holler at baby and see what she talking about.
He's just saying anything at this point, y'all.
Okay. I'm just telling you. It's
He's
sexy now. Monique made you look at women with bonnets on a little different and form your own opinion.
Anything at this point, y'all, and that's on everything.
I'm trying to tell you.
Put the drink. You a little past your limit.
No. Hold on. And this for everybody looking, everybody that's gonna see this later on. If you wearing a bonnet and you wearing it sexy and you wearing it right, if you think men ain't looking at you because you got a bonnet on, you crazy, and you need to seek psychiatric help. That's coming from a man.
Are looking at you crazy because you got a bonnet on.
Not me. I don't know what kind of men you looking for.
That's the caliber of man that you are. But there's some caliber of men who are looking at a woman with a bonnet at the grocery store and looking like, this is the ghetto ass bitch.
And you know what? Some men can't see the picture till the picture is painted and put in a frame. And some men can see it in its raw state. Just like if I go get some diamonds that ain't even, polished up and cured.
Not saying I'm judging you because you got a bonnet on. I'm just saying not every guy is looking at you like, ooh, this magnificent. Like, no. They're not looking at it like that.
Man, I walk straight up to a broad in the airport and say,
that's you.
What that bonnet do? What that bonnet do?
That's you. How many men in the comments want to talk to a lady and you want to see your woman out in public with a bonnet on?
They girl go out in public with a bonnet on. They stuck with her already. And they ain't going to say, oh, baby, why you wearing that to the store? You know what they going to say? Hey, bring me back a Smirnoff. You get what I'm saying?
You're just saying anything.
I'm not saying, no, that's how you interpreting it. But to the people that's listening, I'm telling them some real game. Don't be ashamed of your bonnet. I mean, you got to think about it like this. It's so many other races that do things, right? And they impose it on us, right? We do things almost like a fight to be accepted. It's like, nah. Just because Monique say something, it don't make it right or wrong. You know what it do? It just make it a topic of the day where people are discussing it. Like you said, people been wearing bonnets, but all of a sudden it's a big issue.
It's not a big issue. It was a big issue at that time.
But I love the ladies that wear bonnets. Keep wearing your bonnet wherever you want to wear it at. Wear it. Because you know what that shows me when I see a woman with bonnet? That shows me she got nerves. That shows me she a go-getter. That she ain't even paying attention what a Monique say or nobody else say. Because she on her way to do what she got to do and what she got to get done. And she like got that target and that telescope and she going right to it. I respect it.
So there was a story out of Indiana and there was a woman who basically used, those Apple AirTags? Mm-hmm. They're like these little
on your keychain
that you
put them in people's car. See where they at.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So a female basically, I guess she suspected her man of like cheating. Mm-hmm. And she put an Apple AirTag in his car and she found out that he was at a bar and he was with a female. Mm. So I don't know. He came out the bar or whatever. She ran him over 3 times, killed him.
Wow. See, I put one of them Apple AirTags in your suitcase. You was in Texas this weekend. You didn't think I knew that, huh?
You knew I was in Texas because I told you I was in Texas. You came in when I was talking to somebody telling them about me being in Texas. The fuck?
Man, you could have let me slide on that one.
I ain't gonna let you slide on shit.
But I feel you though. I think that right there was a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna rewind that all the way back and kind of unpack this. Let people be who they are, man. And when you discover who they are, don't point it out to them like they don't know.
I mean, but you can't play with people's feelings either. Not saying what she did was right, because I feel like people, men and women, need to be more intact with their emotions as far as acting erratically and doing like life-changing decisions where you're like killing somebody. But at the same time, people shouldn't play with people's feelings either.
I feel like this.
She wasn't right at all.
I'm not saying she wasn't right. I'm not saying she was right.
Like, girl, you about to be in jail because this nigga at a bar. Like, girl, no.
Well, you got to think about it like this. Like you said, you can't play with people's emotions. You're right. Emotions can get you killed because emotions, people, they're not in their right frame of mind. Mm-hmm. You're just thinking like too drastic to one way or the other, right? But at the same time, I look at it like this. If you're in a relationship right now, I'm just talking to all the people that's in earshot of my voice. Stop trying to get people what you want them to be and accept who they are. Spend most of your time, instead of spending like trying to change somebody, spend your time trying to understand somebody. Like, for instance, say I got a female, right? And she tell me everything I want to hear. Oh, feel of this, feel of that, feel of that, right? But her actions don't support her words, right? So I'm paying more attention to her actions, right? So when I find out something, it's not a big shock. You know why? Because it's in congruency with her actions. Like, okay, I seen her do this. I seen her do that. I seen her act like this. I seen her, okay. I gave her a little rope just to see how she act like I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I know who you are. Your words is just something you do to pacify yourself. They don't pacify me. I'm fully engulfed in your actions, right? So when you do something, it don't surprise me because I've been studying your actions. So word to the wise, study people's actions, right? Don't study their words because a lot of people get hung up on words. And you got to think about it. Baby could learn their language by what they hear repetitively. So even a baby going to catch on after a while as far as words. So anybody can manipulate words is what I'm getting at. You feel me? People can't manipulate actions. People
still have emotions at the end of the day.
No, I get it. But that's what I'm saying, though. If you watch a person's actions, right, you will know when to get off on the exit. You won't keep going down the rabbit hole. Like, oh, he said he loved me. So I'm going to just wait and maybe he'll change. He's showing you he don't love you. Right? So now you're going to do a life sentence in prison because the man already then gave you all kind of like, he gave you a whole blueprint of how he feel about you. And you said, forget that blueprint. I'm going to go off his words. But I guarantee you one thing, after about 3 or 4 years in the penitentiary and she not in love no more, she going to have a clear view of this fact right here. I been knew he didn't love me like that. What was I tripping on? You was tripping on your emotions.
But how do people manage their emotions though? Like,
I'm going to tell you how you manage your emotions. Just like you imagine your checkbook. You know what you didn't put in the bank and you know what you're taking out. So just like a person, right? If you know you're going to get an overdraft fee if you go to the bank right now and try to withdraw $10,000, right? You should be able to know the person you're dealing with to say, I can't get this out of that person. Be realistic with yourself. Don't listen to people's words and get, travel down the sea. And before you know it, you somewhere down the Mississippi River because you just infatuated by words, like the tone of somebody's voice or the words they putting together. Because dudes out here, their words got dress codes. Like they words got Versace and, you know what I'm saying? All this, high brand, high caliber tones to it to where if that's all you looking for and you listening to, you're going to be discombobulated.
I mean, I understand that. That's definitely true. You definitely should match actions with words and everything like that. But I feel like that's easier said than done. I feel like I like to exercise that. And right. I feel like there are women who exercise that as well.
Right.
But I also feel like people have a good finesse game and they tell you one thing right. and then they play with your emotions and then right. you get in a situation to where you feel like,
right.
why are you playing with me? You know what I'm saying?
I've done it and I've had it.
Not saying that I don't know the woman who ran over her dude. There's no excuse. Not like, girl, like.
I get it. But I've done that to females, play with their emotions, like the puppet master pull at their heartstrings. And I've also had women attempt to do it to me. But I changed my paradigm a long time ago from this sound good to it look good. If it don't look good, I don't care how it sound. So always look at a person's action. If it don't look good, don't even worry about how it sound. And that'll kind of make you withdraw your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go by that paradigm in your mind, you like saying, oh, he's just a good talker.
Right.
Oh, she's just a good talker. Oh, she's just a good dresser. Oh, she's just very photogenic. But when you right here in my face, your actions don't match up with nothing you said on the internet. Your words just got a hell of a dress code. Like your words.
You definitely should watch their actions for sure.
Now you feel me?
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it like this. People who all they got is their words, right? They don't got nothing else substantial in life, right? How hard do you think that they try to put these words together? How immaculate are they going to be with these words? That's all they got.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a gambler inside of a casino. He only got 10 racks left. He going to be trying to go over here to the blackjack table. He going to be fishing. He like, this is all I got. I got to shake and move with it, right?
But a lot of people they look at these influencers on Instagram. They look at the relationships of like these celebrities and they make everything look good.
They do.
And people buy into that and they want that so bad to where they believe the words.
I get it, but
they get caught up in trying to chase that, fantasy of a situation versus paying attention to the reality of it and paying attention to this nigga don't really care about you like that, or else you wouldn't even be going through these emotions. But a lot of people, they get wrapped up into the fantasy of like the dream that the nigga is selling them.
Right.
And they look at that and they know better, but they're conflicted because it's like,
okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna go in a roundabout way, but y'all gonna feel me. Okay. At night when you go to sleep, there's a feminine side of every man and every woman, and there's a masculine side of every man and a woman. The masculine side of you is your conscious mind. The feminine side of you is your subconscious mind. All during the day, they had conflict with each other because the subconscious mind follows the conscious mind. Whatever the conscious mind impresses on the subconscious mind, the subconscious mind is going to carry out, right? When you go to sleep, that's when those two are best friends and your subconscious mind persuades your conscious mind. You get what I'm saying? So you could wake up in a bad mood. Go to sleep in a bad mood and wake up in a good mood because your subconscious mind, which is the woman, told the masculine mind, don't even trip on that. You don't even know what's going on, but you sleep. So when you wake up, you just feel good. Like, damn, I ain't tripping on that no more, right? So what you have to do is you have to start feeding things into your subconscious mind because your subconscious mind ain't worried about how to carry things out or trying to make sense of it like your conscious mind, right? Yeah. So in your subconscious mind, one of the things come out of your subconscious mind is called intuition, right?
Yeah.
So
perfect.
If your intuition is telling you this girl ain't nothing, she don't mean me no good, right? If you don't follow that, you will pay the price for living in your conscious mind and not allowing the feminine side of you, which is your subconscious mind, to reason with your conscious mind and say, I'm trying to tell you from the depths of your soul, she ain't good for you. Right. And because of her words, you say, yeah, but she just, every time she talked to me, she just seen my video the other day and she said this and she said that, right? And when you go to sleep, your subconscious mind and your conscious mind, they like a perfect marriage. They talk to each other while you sleep. And when you wake up and you still feeling that feeling, this person ain't for you, you're going against your own self. So to expect a great outcome, it's almost like you're deceiving yourself more than they deceiving you. That's facts right there. So I just say, go with your intuition. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like
it'll
keep
you out it'll keep you out of a lot of problems because intuition is just your subconscious mind trying to reason with your conscious mind, the things you see, the things your conscious mind say, well, no, she said this and she dressed like that and she looked good. And all the homies said, man, you got you a good one. That's your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind is steadily tapping you on the shoulder like, man, get rid of her, bro. She ain't the one. And for women, your subconscious mind steadily tapping you like, get rid of him. I know your mama love him. He didn't charm your mama. Your mama living through you. She in her second childhood. So he gonna charm your mama. He just gonna go in there and be like, oh, I see you wearing that. I see you wearing that gray again. You must have knew I was coming over. He charming her. So she in your ear like, nah, keep it going.
That's the one, yeah.
Put up whatever you going through because he giving me mine. But don't never, ever in your life, right? Even if you get another lifetime, you reincarnated. Don't ever go against your subconscious mind, which kind of like presents itself through your intuition. Never go against your intuition, man.
Yeah. Tommy in the comments, Tommy said, but Nique, hold on, wait. Tommy says, but Nique, I thought you weren't looking for anyone serious. You said if they good in bed and have good teeth, you have sex with them. First of all, Tommy, I was talking about the situation of the female who ran her dude over. How you correlated that with me and a personal situation with me, I don't know. But you're incorrect. I did not say anybody with good teeth. I'm just fucking anybody like, oh yeah, you got good teeth. I'm about to give you the pussy. You got good teeth. That is not what I said. I'm very selective with my coochie, okay? I'm not just slanging it to anybody that got good teeth. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even like the way you framed that, talking about if they good in bed and have good teeth. Like, what? No, I did not quite say it like that. What I said probably was, who doesn't appreciate a person with a good smile?
Facts.
You know? And who doesn't appreciate somebody that smells good?
Facts.
You know? But just because you got a good smile don't mean that I'm opening up the cookie jar. Okay? I'm selective with who I have sex with, but I'm a woman who, I'm not like one of those ones who like, you know, like, oh, it's the 90-day rule or the 120. Like, you got to take me on this many. If I feel like I have a connection, then it's up to what I want to do. I'm not one of those girls who, any guy who likes me, I like them.
Right.
That's not me.
Right.
Like, I have cousins who are or family like who are like that. And you could just tell, like, girl, you just go for anybody who say they like you. You know
what's Keith's daughter name?
I'm not gonna say her name on here.
But tell me in my ear. What's her name? I forgot. Yeah. You ate one like the sauce, girl. You heard? You
is not about to be shooting shots at my cousin on here.
You ate one like the sauce. You heard? That's all I want.
You is not about to be shooting shots.
I ain't hey, that's my partner. I ain't shooting no shots.
I'm telling my uncle. Anyway.
And brother Keith, I love you, brother.
I'm telling my uncle that you're trying to shoot shots at him.
Never, ever. I would never do that. I'm just saying she ate one like the sauce. That's it.
Anyways, so outside of him trying to shoot shots at my cousin, and he is a partner to my uncle, and that is a hella violation. Anyways,
Hey, wait a minute. First and foremost, don't try to wrap that up like that and sell that to the people. Just like I tell you, I'm proud of you, right? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of her too.
Okay.
I'm proud of you, baby. For real. Okay. I'm proud of you, baby.
Anyways, I'm gonna sip my non-drink.
Hey, listen, I want to take the time just to say this real quick. Y'all been following Nique forever and a day, way before I came along. And I tell Nique all the time, whenever we talk, sometimes she be in the city. We don't even know we're in the same city, but she'll text me or I call her and she be like, oh, you in Dallas? Yeah, woo woo. Get together, have dinner. And I tell her, I'm proud of you. And I'm saying that to say this. Whatever you got on your mind, stop trying to perfect it. Perfection is completion. If you say this Friday, I'm going to the gym, and you go to the gym, hey, that's perfection. Don't waste all your time trying to take the best pictures, get the best content, have the best music. Go for your dreams, man, because we all waiting on you. And that's just a sidebar, but that's Uncle Al Fila telling you I love you, I believe in you, and I just want you to go for it. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just go for it. You feel me?
Tommy, you are so funny in the chat. First of all, Tommy, we all have high expectations. So, like, would I prefer a guy to have a nice smile? Yes. But all my niggas that I deal with do not have, like...
Damn, you got a harem.
I'm just saying, not like that.
Y'all niggas get up in here.
No, not like that. I'm just saying, like, all the niggas that I've have dealt with, like, they're not all, like, pearly white.
Right.
They're not all, like, Chris, like...
Right.
They're not what I like, who doesn't like a nice smile? But the reality of it is I'm more of a sapiosexual. Like, I'm more of a person who likes intellect.
Facts.
Like, I will choose.
You stole what I was just about to say.
I will choose intelligence over looks. So,
not me. You could be dumb as a doorknob, but You got that wagon behind you, and you pulling that wagon, and them horses.
That's the guy.
Man, we up in there. Matter of fact,
That's
you
guy's outlook.
ain't even got to talk the whole date. I'll talk for you. I'll conversate. I'll tell you what you should say to me, and I'll tell you what I want to say to you. And man, we good.
That's the guy's outlook. A lot of the guys that I talk to are not attractive.
Let me tell you why I got that perspective.
I'm attracted to their minds.
Let me tell you why I say that. Because to me, I'm not expecting a lot out of a great encounter. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like what you put into it is what you get out of it, right? So if I'm just going out on a date with you, I don't have no big grandiose, expectations. Just look good when you come in a restaurant.
But that's a
look
guy's
nice.
outlook. Like, you guys' outlook is so shallow. Like,
no, it's not shallow. You know what it is?
Guys' outlook
hold on.
Shallow.
It's not. It's our perspective. And you know what it is? It's a reasonable perspective. Because think about this. If I meet 10 women, I don't got no expectation other than 10 women. We're going to be friends forever. Because y'all could be y'all and I'm going to be me. And when that cross paths, man, we have a great time. But when it don't, I'm still going to talk good about you. I'm still going to say, yeah, that's the homegirl. Yeah, that's my folks, right? But if I got all these high expectations, I think that's why people get let down. Because they don't properly assess the situation. And they put high expectations on stuff that's really low value. It's like, okay, I know you. I'm going to talk homeboys to homeboys right now. You know your homeboys. You know what they're capable of. You know what they did in the past. You see all the stuff that they're capable of. But in your mind, no, this going to be my homie that do my graphics, though. He told me he going to take my pictures. Now you on the phone. Dog, why you didn't come through? I thought it ain't his fault. You didn't properly assess the situation. Now let's take that to a man and a woman relationship. If I see a woman and I say, she good for looking good, having a good time, when this drink kick in, she going to get loud as I get loud, and we're going to do our dances. We're going to dress nice, look nice, take some good pictures. That's a proper assessment, right? So I'm leaving home happy. I'm like, damn, that was baby. We turned up. But if I see her and I be like, oh, I want to make her my girl. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna make her into a housewife. And the minute she don't act that way, I'm like, you ain't keeping it 100, dog. She is keeping it 100. She keeping it 100 to who she is. You just didn't have a proper assessment of what you was dealing with. And a lot of times we put too much burdens on people that they can't handle. And then when they fall up under the pressure, we want to blame them. But really, it's us that didn't make the proper assessment to who to dish out what load to. You get what I'm saying? That's big facts.
I mean, yeah, you definitely have to access your partner, your counterpart, or whoever that you are dealing with.
Right.
You have to definitely match their words with their actions.
Right.
So that's definitely a thing.
Right.
But it can get tricky sometimes and confusing. Well,
right. This is how I do it. This is just protocol 101, if I had to give it a title. When I meet anybody, male or female, you know the first two things I do?
Mm-hmm.
I figure out their best quality and their best asset and their worst attribute and their worst asset. You get what I'm saying? Because that's like a boundary. And I try to dwell right in the middle. Like if I meet somebody and I say, she's just about looking good and taking pictures. That's when I call you, when I want to turn up, when I'm having a show, when I need you to bring all your homegirls and we're going to take some fly pictures and I'm going to post them and I'm going to get some cool little video out of it. We're going to do one of my songs and y'all going to be in the back of the seat of the car. Y'all going to turn up, right? That's it. But I got other people in my life where they look down on that. They don't want to be in front of the camera. They don't want to talk about nothing but business. They want to talk about me getting my life together, being more sharper. You know what I'm saying? Saying, oh, I heard you last time. Your words, they wasn't dressed up right. Yada, yada, yada. So guess what? I don't expect them to turn up. I don't be like, oh, you a fuddy dud. Every time I come over here, you talking about my words ain't got the right dress code. You talking about, oh, I should have cut my hair this way and should have let my dreads down. You know why? Because I properly. And when I see her whole thing is to read me and to make me a better person. You get what I'm saying? So all we got to do is we got to make better assessments of people. And once you make better assessments of people, especially the ones in I call it your bubble. It's people outside your bubble, it's people in your bubble. Then you won't be gossiping so much about, oh, she did this or he did that. And this person is this and this person that. You'll be like, nah, that's my folks. We had a good time. Like I go pick him up when we hit the club, because he talk loud and he get drunk and he bring me that energy when I'm on stage. You don't be like, oh man, that fool don't know how to flip cars. That fool don't know nothing about LLCs. You know, I done told him 30 times to get his LLC and to go get a trust fund in IRA County, yada, yada. He just don't get it. No, you don't get it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So a lot of time, it's not outside the bubble or the other person that we need to check. We need to check the man in the mirror and say, you know what? Your assessment of people is off. And you need to tighten up. And then once you tighten up, before you know it, you're going to have the same people around you, but you're going to put different expectations on them. That's big facts.
I feel like I make a realistic, like when it comes to me and my personal, like I feel like I make realistic assessments of like the reality of things. Like me, I try not to be selfish when it comes to relationships, what I expect, or like what my outlook overall is. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-hmm. For instance, like I was talking to a guy, right? Mm-hmm. And what I seen, I didn't want to be selfish in that situation.
Okay.
Because
let me ask you this before you continue.
I know what type of person I am.
Let me ask you this question. Before what you talking to me about right now, how much time had y'all spent together? Just give me a time, like 2 months, 3 months, 30 minutes, an hour. How long was it?
Is that including the phone or in person?
It could be the phone too, because that's the same thing. You know, you're getting information.
We spend a lot of time on the phone.
Give me a time though. Like, let's put the viewers in a perspective. Like a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 years, 18 years, 20 years.
No, like we were talking on the phone like every single day for like hours and hours.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Did you have a checklist of all them hours you spent of how you wanted to spend them hours and what you wanted to get accomplished?
No, I mean, it just was like talking, just day to day. It wasn't like, it was just day to day. Like, oh.
So it progressed into you having feelings, basically. That's what happened. After talking and talking and talking and talking, and he was like massaging your mind and your emotions. And then you was like, I got feelings for him.
Massaging my mind. That's funny.
No, I'm just saying, when you talk and talk and talk, that's what's happening. You massaging his mind, he massaging your mind to the point where you like, I could fuck with that. Like, I could deal with that. I could deal with what you're saying. You get what I'm saying? You agree or disagree?
I'm listening.
Okay. So sometimes this is what I say. I need
to go get my lip gloss. Hold on 1 second. You could talk. Go ahead. I need to get my lip gloss real quick.
Okay, look, I'm gonna take it on a whole different segue while she go get her lip gloss and get herself together. I'm gonna take it on a whole different segue for those that are still here and they're still listening. This is what I want to tell you. Take the responsibility upon yourself in your misassessment of people, as opposed to people let you down. People didn't live up to your expectations. Because me, what I do is, I'm going to tell you this real quick, fast, in a hurry, so follow me. I use my credit to buy vehicles. I get 45 days before my first payment is due. Before the payment is due, I sell it to CarMax, Carvana, sendmetevin.com. I'm giving you free game. CarStub, and there's numerous other people that buy cars, right? Sometimes I lose money on cars. You know why? Because my assessment of the market value wasn't current. So when I go to get these vehicles, I'm like, oh, they want the Challenger SXT for $30,500 out the door. They got Challenger 392 for 46 out the door. And then when I go to try to sell it, they say, oh no, the SXT is only worth 28. That 392 is only worth 42. Now, can I get mad at CarMax? Can I get mad at sendmetevin.com? Can I get mad at CarStub? I could be like, oh man, they tripping, man. They gave me 35 last time, and I don't know why it's 31. You know why? I didn't do a proper assessment of the market. You get what I'm saying? So your most precious commodity is you and your time. We spend our time all day long, whether we sitting on the phone gossiping with people, whether we putting it towards a degree, whether we putting it towards a workout plan, you know, like a eating, something you want to fix for the week, whatever you're doing, you're spending your time, right? So if time is the most precious commodity that you have here on earth, right? Why would you just be giving it to people that's not worthy of it? You know why? Because they've been massaging your mind with their words. Their words have such an impeccable dress code that it's just like you forget the whole game plan of, do your actions match your words? It's almost like your mind just check out after you hear so much. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like look at people's action and enjoy their words also. But let their actions be the reason you make your decision off their actions, right? And I know if you go about it that way, things will fare better for you because you won't be putting unnecessary burdens on people that really, really can't handle the position you're trying to put them in. You get what I'm saying? So think about the White House, right? The White House ain't hiring anybody to be the press secretary. She got to have charisma. She got to know how to talk. She got to have the proper etiquette. She got to know how to dress. Her words got to have a dress code, or his word got to have a dress code. Because a lot of times when they get on that podium, they be winging it. They don't necessarily, they go off script. And then when they get back, the president be like, thank you. I appreciate that. You massaged the whole United States off of the way you delivered them words, right? So you got to make sure that people's real code of conduct and their moral standards match up to what their words say. And when you see them start to kind of like get to that fork in the road and they start splitting, go with your intuition. Your intuition is telling you, I don't feel that. I don't believe that. What you told me last night when we was making love, today it don't feel like, you don't seem like you carrying that. And if you go off of your intuition, which is coming directly from your subconscious, which is the deepest part of you, you'll always make the right decision. And somebody out there right now, if you're dealing with like a heartbreak, or a heartache, right now it's not going to apply because you feeling a certain kind of way. But remember these words. And after you get past that heartbreak or that heartache, shift your paradigm. Let your new paradigm be, I follow actions and not words.
Following actions and not words is absolutely, positively the way to go. That's absolutely the way to go. And I agree. But I'm gonna speak to my situation in a second. Hold on, let me get back on camera. I had to get my lip gloss real quick because my mouth started to feel parched.
Started to get dry. Get some water right there.
I don't want that water. Who water is that? My water is right here.
Okay.
I don't know that water. I don't know where that. I don't know where your mouth been. Shit, the fuck.
My mouth been in the dentist chair. You feel me?
I hope so.
And she told me I didn't need no feelings. You know what the dentist told me? I promise to God.
Shit.
You know what the dentist told me?
I'm over here falling.
You know what the dentist told me?
What?
She told me that I'm scraping off my plaque because I brush too much.
Really?
That's what she told me. I promise to God. She said, stop brushing